Here we are in Paletta Lakefront Park, and in the satellite imagery you can see some of the dead ash that were killed by the emerald ash borer. They have planted some Freeman maple in the park here, but I wanted to look at some other tree species that might be suitable along this creek based on the climate adaptation potential. So here we are looking at some street trees in Oakville, and these are Kentucky coffee trees. Traits that make them suitable are that they are not prone to diseases or pests. They can withstand ice storms due to their latent buds, and they are not likely to become invasive. There are species at risk in Ontario right now. The most northern known occurrence is just south of Woodstock, but prior to the last ice age, 12,000 years ago and before that, they were probably a lot more prominent in Ontario. Part of the reason why they are a species at risk is because the pods and seeds are incredibly hard. They are also toxic, and there are no animals that eat them and disperse them right now. It is hypothesized that seeds were dispersed by mammoths and other megafauna. The theory is that these megafauna were able to handle some of the toxins in the Kentucky coffee tree and would eat the pods, which are a little bit sweet on the inside. And there might also be a case of biomimicry going on there, where the pods look and taste similar to even sweeter pods, which are highly digestible, such as honey locust. Anyways, the seeds would pass through the digestive system of the megafauna and get deposited elsewhere. These are just some seed pods that I've boiled to get the seeds out, but I imagine that's what the inside of a mammoth could look like. The paper here theorizes that megafauna created disclimaxes where their populations became so big that they ate all of the trees and converted woodlands into grasslands. And it was on these grasslands that the shade-intolerant Kentucky coffee tree seeds and begin to regenerate woody vegetation and provide the canopy for other shade-loving species to grow under. All right, so traveling back from the Pleistocene to the present day, in Nelson Park, there's an opportunity to grow some trees that are resistant to climate change and convert some of this grassland into woodlands. And this could also happen along certain sections of the creek here, where water quality and urban cooling and other such benefits could be improved upon by increasing the vegetation cover. And of course, other species besides Kentucky coffee tree should be planted, including shagbark hickory, black walnut, sycamores, in shady places, hemlock and basswood, and oaks, which takes us a little bit further up the creek, where I found a pin oak. These are slightly out of their range here in Burlington, but they are planted as ornamental trees, and it is likely that this tree grew from one of the acorns from one of those. Okay, so one last hop here, a little bit north along the creek to Tansley Woods, where we can find a forest that already has a lot of the species that scored high for climate change adaptation potential. These include hops hornbeam, shagbark hickory, white oak. There's also some maples, sugar maple and red maple in here. But there are also some open sections at the edge of this forest where we could add in some different species just to increase the diversity and the resilience of the forest. Right here along the railroad track, we mostly find black walnuts. So this could be a good potential testing site for species such as Kentucky coffee tree, which have high climate change adaptation potential. Thanks for watching, and check out the website for more info.